Morning guys, and welcome to today's video. Now first of all I just want to apologise for the lateness of this video, as I did intend to do it last night, but with my girls going to bed I decided to do it this morning rather than last night. So straight into the review of Spurs versus Sunderland. So last night Spurs beat Sunderland 1-0 at White Hart Lane. Now first of all I just want to cover off a couple of small negatives over the actual game itself. And that's it. There's only a couple of small negatives. Now, first of all, I must put my hand on heart and admit that I did question the team when it was released. I honestly thought putting Dyer as a centre-back and putting Vertonghen out on the left was wrong. Should have kept Dyer as a centre defensive midfielder and put Davies over on the left-back because he's a natural left-back. That actually happened at the end of the towards the end of the second half, because Dyer came off injured, and that's where Davies was put on. If he had confidence to put him on in the second half, should have started him in the first half, in my opinion. However, obviously in hindsight, we did absolutely beast in midfield with Wanyama and Dembele in the midfield. Dembele is an absolute beast. Wanyama and Xisco, absolutely brilliant players. And to be honest with you, obviously, you know, in hindsight, they played really well. And if Dyer didn't get injured, then I can see. But like I say, the small negative is that Dyer, as you saw, almost gave away a goal to Pina in the first half by defensively, when the ball was played back to him, he tapped the ball and he didn't have any control on the ball, which then gave the ball away to Pina, who almost had the ball in the back of the net because he beat Lloris. But fortunately, because Kyle Walker is such a brilliant defender that he was in there, ball line clearance, and definitely done the job there. Now, don't get me wrong, we defended well, but then again, we didn't really have very much to defend against, because Sunderland had literally 11 men behind the ball the whole time. The only time that I didn't see them was when they had a counter attack and somebody was actually bursting up the field like Defoe did, where he got a cheeky ball from Pickford over onto his foot, and straight away kicked it towards. But Lloris was obviously good to the kick and managed to keep the ball out. But when Spurs had 31 shots and only 8 of them were on target, that's not exactly very clinical, and that's something definitely needs to be looked at finishing. Also, unfortunately, on the negatives was injuries. Dyer and Dembele came off with niggles. Pochettino said in his after-match interview that he's not worried about it. So if he's not worried, then I'm not worried. However, everyone saw Kane come off on the stretcher. Everyone's also seen the picture of him going over on his ankle. There is a big worry about his ankle ligaments being done. That could be a very lengthy spell off the pitch, and Harry Kane is somebody we cannot afford to lose. Now, don't get me wrong, Janssen is a good striker. He potentially is going to have to step up to the plate here, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to fill the boots of Harry Kane. Dembele, Xisco, machines, pure beasts, absolutely amazing. It's so great to have Dembele back. Hopefully, like I say, his injury isn't too long, and hopefully he'll be back, if not for the Gillian game tomorrow night, then for the Borough game this weekend. And also Xisco, great player. I can see why we bought him. Only time will tell if he's worth the 30 million, but to be honest with you, he is a good player, and I can see how he will fit in Pochettino's team really, really well. Son got man of the match, deservedly got man of the match. He was great on the left hand side. He definitely gave Eriksen some things to think about, especially for his corners. Son's corners were absolutely brilliant. Only one corner that I saw he didn't really do very well, didn't beat the first man, but the rest of the corners were really well. When Lamela came on as well, taking corners, Lamela also was putting the balls in really well. So Christian Eriksen is going to really need to up his game to continue to take corners, and also to make sure he guarantees himself a start. One of the most underrated players on the pitch definitely was Kyle Walker. Not only did he have that goal line clearance to save Lloris's blushes, but also he is absolutely a demon down that right hand side, taking the ball, creating space for whoever's playing right mid or playing the centre attacking mid role on that right hand side there. He was definitely very underrated yesterday. If I didn't give man of the match to Son, I would have definitely gave it to Kyle Walker yesterday. Now, I know I said that was over with the negatives, but something I did forget to say there was one moment where Janssen and Lamela were going up the middle of the pitch, and Lamela had the ball and he passed it to Janssen. Janssen took the defender away with the ball, and then Lamela kind of cut up the middle a little bit. it was so easy for Janssen just to slot the ball into Lamela, because Lamela was onside because there was a defender over on the left-hand side, and then Lamela would have been one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Unfortunately, though, because the way Janssen really wants to, by the looks of it, really wants to get himself on the score sheet, which is understandable. As a striker, he wants to get on the score sheet. He wants to, be able to step up to the mark and get himself into the starting 11, at least become, more of a problem for Pochettino for selection for a striker. He decided to take the shot on himself, and he absolutely skied the ball from outside the box, which looked really, really crap, to be honest with you. He should have played the ball through to Lamela for the one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and I'm sure Lamela would have put it away, and then we would have won 2-0. So that's the end of the review. Like I say, Spurs won 1-0, which is a great result. 3 points in the bag. I'll take 3 points any day of the week, no matter how we get them. Doesn't matter if we have 50 attempts on goal and only 2 of them are on target. At the end of the day, 3 points are 3 points in the bag. I just believe that there's a lot more to Spurs this season. I think we're a lot better than what we played yesterday, and I believe that when we come up against tougher opponents, we will actually shine even more than what we did against the relegation battlers at the bottom of the league. Thanks very much for watching the video today, guys. I really appreciate you coming along. Please like the video if you appreciate what I've done today, and also subscribe if you would like to see more. I will see you on the next video, which is more than likely going to be Gillingham versus Spurs in the League Cup. See you later, guys.